Alright, what's up? I got another talking vid today. Little
Looks like I'm missing something.
intro
It's a
before.
chainsaw.
This is my parents' house here,
No, I won't
and
have
this is a
it.
couple
Just
of weeks ago.
the weight's
And
not
yeah,
there.
my dad waving. There's this little baby tree on my
As soon as you
right.
put it on the
Well,
harness,
it was a
goes like
baby
this.
when I got it, when I was a baby, 5 years old. And
Yeah.
anyway, I got two of
Yeah,
them
we'll
as
see
a
me,
gift,
right? Yeah, thanks.
and they were tiny. They were a
You're gonna
couple
have
of
to
inches
do me a
tall.
favor when I go up.
And we planted them at our old
Just wait on the
house.
rope.
And when my
I'm just
parents
gonna
moved
actually-
here,
This
we
works
transplanted
because I have a
them.
little step stool
And now,
here.
almost 30 years later, they're quite large. But this
Just
one
give me a second to get connected
has
here.
been suffocated and overshadowed by the city's tree. So, even though it's like on my parents'
Yeah, you
property,
can step just right there. Yeah.
it's technically considered the city's tree, and
Just
it's
for-
choking the life out of the top of the little guy.
Sorry if I
So
rattle
that's
too
what I'm
hard.
doing here. I'm freeing it up
Have the slack a bit,
so
pull
it
the
can
rope
grow
through, but
properly
yeah,
and
that's
redeem
good.
itself. Also, this is from a couple of weeks ago, and I was using my akimbo, and I got a new Haas Velox foot ascender, and there's a story behind that, but I'm going to talk about it in another video. That's not the point of this one. And I had some trouble using either of those things on their own and in conjunction with one another. So this is pretty much the first climb where I have shit like pretty smooth on the ascent, and the akimbo never came unclipped, and I was able to stride nice and long. So that's that. So that's what I'm doing here, and so on to today's subject matter. So I was at the climbing store where I buy all my stuff, including this nice Teufelberger ecstatic rope I got a couple of weeks ago for my akimbo, which I'm very happy with, by the way. Thanks for hooking it up, guys. And we were talking about YouTube channels and other tree channels, and one of them came up. I didn't mention it. I'm gonna try to keep it out of my mouth, but whatever, fuck. You probably know who I'm talking about, but if you don't, like, all the more power to you, because the only reason I checked this guy's channel is because his name came up at the shop, and I was wondering how he was doing, or what he was doing lately. Now, having said all that, I don't like this guy. I never liked this guy. More than that, I always disliked this guy. And look, man, you guys probably know, but there are several tree channels that I highly dislike, and these are a lot of them have been touted as the quote unquote greats, or fuck, who were people saying the big three were? Anyway, I actually like one channel I really like that's very popular. I like Reg Coates. This guy is a fucking master. The videos that I've seen of his, and he gives practical advice also, so I like that. But the other channels that I really dislike are the ones that I consider fake. And one guy I really like, that I talk about him all the time, I really like Ray Rocco Tree Climber. This guy's a fucking badass, man, in Japan. And this guy's straight up, man, and people fucking make fun of him, or they used to anyway. But he climbs SRT, uses a captain hook, he climbs spikeless, and I've been watching this guy's videos since before I climbed my first tree. And back then, like, I think he still is, but he was a DJ and a hairdresser, and he was like learning tree work like part-time, because that's what he wanted to be. And he's got the sickest fucking kit, man. Like, even 3 years ago, his setup is fucking unbelievable. And he got a lot of shit for his videos because he doesn't work the way, we work in the West. And I recommend checking out his channel, because it'll open your mind to a whole new possibility of work techniques. And like I said, man, combine that with what you know already, and Like, that's where I got the idea to put all the swivels on my harnesses. So I've added more since this video. But anyway, like, yeah, more on that later. But this guy's the shit, and I remember watching one of his videos like a year or two ago, and there was this fucking asshole that has a channel that I fucking hate, man. It's basically a channel that, it's a giant disclaimer about how you can't do whatever that channel is doing. And you know how you know if someone's a certified arborist? They'll tell you. And this guy is like Dr. Quote PhD certified arborist, something like that. And he goes to this guy's channel, and it's on one of his most popular videos, and he wrote some asinine comment that went something like, "Listen here, sonny boy, you got a lot of fancy schmancy gadgets, but that won't cut it. You know, get yourself some spikes, a flip line, do some proper climbing." He's like, lose that dance jazz music and put on some Bob Seger. Like, just like, dude, man, you're fucking old and fucking irrelevant, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. And also, like, who the fuck asked you? Keep your fucking lame ass channel for your fucking self and your lame ass fucking subs, man. And I guess the other reason that I really like this guy, Ray Rocco Tree Climber, is that he moves the needle. And he's extremely innovative, and I really like that. And the channels that I don't like, they're not innovative, and they pretend to be humble, and they have a stupid fucking fake message, something ridiculous like be kind to everybody no matter what, or we're all human, or some stupid shit like that. And look, man, entrepreneurs, at least the ones successful enough to survive, by everyone else's standards, they have to be extremely cold, cruel, and calculating. It's part of the fucking game. This doesn't mean that we're all heartless, but like, I would rather hurt someone's feelings that doesn't deserve to have their feelings hurt than fucking kill myself on the fucking job. So that's it. So it doesn't mean you gotta go around doing that on purpose, but you know, let's say a customer is trying to fuck you over, or you think they're trying to fuck you over, I'd rather nip it in the bud and say, hey asshole, I'm not doing this shit for you. You think this is free? You think this is fucking low rent? Fuck you, man. This is fucking high danger, high fucking risk, high skill, high cost. So either you pay or I walk the fuck away. So yeah, as you can see now, I'm still, yeah, I said I was just getting used to the akimbo in this video. I'm still holding the top end of the rope. I'm not rappelling with the tail end, so I'm not used to it yet. I do it like that now. But anyway, so yeah, what I was gonna say is that all these people that like tell you to like be kind and shit like that, you can tell that they're not surviving on their own, because you can't be like that when you survive on your own. People telling you also, that's my subject matter for this video. There's only, I don't know, man. It's very hard, I find anyway. I've never been convinced, you know, my entire life that someone else has cared about either me or other people. I believe that it's possible, you know, to care for someone else, but if you care for someone else, it's rooted in self-interest, which is fine. But say it like it is. Even if it's your soulmate, you know, you care for your soulmate because it makes your life better. And you know, personally, no, I don't care if some random fucking person dies that I don't know. I don't even care if some random, or if some person that I do know dies. Like, there's very, very, very few people that I would even fucking flinch if they died, fuck. And I don't expect anyone, or I don't expect it to be any different for me. So, you know, the people that say, or they claim to like care about people all over the world no matter what, and especially people, you know, thousands and millions of miles away that have nothing to do with them, I find it very hard to fucking buy. Especially when, you know, as you guys know, one of my favorite books is Atlas Shrugged.
Comes another.
And it's basically about a few very extremely hardworking and gifted and talented individuals that are holding up the entire world with their efforts and not getting their due credit for it. So they walk away and they build their own little world. But this reminds me of the opposite of Atlas Shrugged. And these like be kind motherfuckers, like they're actually being held up by the entire world, or you know, their entire community, and or you guys, you know, or people giving donations, like, or super chats, which is fine, you know, take that shit, but call it like it is. It's not being kind. I mean, for fuck's sake, man, you're running a business, like, call it like it is. Don't fucking lie about that shit. So anyway, yeah, that chaps my ass. But anyway, I just don't watch the channel, so I'm just bringing it up right now to give you guys an example of why it pisses me off. Because yeah, just like anyone else, there are people I just naturally don't like, but for the most part, it's the actions I don't like, it's the behavior I don't like, regardless of who does it. So I'm describing the behavior I don't like, and you know, if you recognize who I'm talking about, then cool, and if you don't, then that's also cool, because now you know what I don't fucking like, and you, if you're here, you probably don't care for that shit either. So this other guy, who shall remain nameless, another guy I didn't like. Yeah, and he's got a fucking hammer and sickle tattoo, and he's got other communist tattoos. And I think also, I think he lives with his parents, and he's a grown-ass man. He's almost 40, and I think he's always lived with his parents. And he's worked for big companies most of the time. And he's got a little bit more, he's got about a year more experience than I do in the field, but he's worked almost entirely for other people, and he's gone from company to company to company, and even though he's only been in the field for, you know, around 3 years as an employee, he gets pissed off if he doesn't run the show, and if he doesn't do all the big fun jobs, and if he's not in charge calling the shots. Like I said, also, I'm pretty sure he lives with his parents. He says he's moved around a lot, but all his videos are filmed in the same fucking place. So I don't fucking know. I don't know how he has all that fucking gear, you know, that takes a lifetime to buy, you know, working in the field. I know also that if you work for someone else, you might get a steady, kind of decent salary, but it's nowhere near as much as you can make fucking working on your own. And I know that as proud as I am of my kit, like, it doesn't even fucking compare to this dude's, because, you know, I have nice climbing gear and shit like that, but, you know, I don't have a house, I'm renting, you know, I could have more vehicles, I could have a lot of other shit, you know, so, you know, this costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, when all said and done. So, if you don't have rent to pay, it makes it a lot easier. So, yeah, maybe he is paying his rent. If he is, who gives a fuck, I don't fucking care. But basically, since COVID-19, this guy's gone crazy, and he's not working, and he talks about being woke all the time, and he talks about social justice, and he talks about everyone else being stupid because they don't understand that, you know, he's right and they're all wrong, and Trump is bad and Orange Man bad, and if only they could see, and if only they were smart like him. And Jesus said the exact same thing as he was saying. And how come people love Jesus but hate him? And he literally makes videos crying on YouTube, literally crying, like in tears, about how idiot people that don't understand communism made him this way and made him retarded. And this guy has gone full fucking retard, guys. And, you know, I haven't made a talking video in a while. And yeah, maybe you guys are going to get butthurt if you sub to him and you don't like the fact that, you know, I'm fucking shitting on him. And so, whatever, fucking choose him and fuck off, I don't care. But I think it's really fucked up, man. And I think this, I don't know, he claims it's because of the fucking pandemic. But, dude, man, like, we're arborists. We've been in essential service all along. Way before the government proclaimed us essential. Fucking tree fucking falls, man, on public or private infrastructure, or could be close to damaging it, it's you. This is your responsibility. Check your government's website also. In more countries than not, you could even be required to provide your services, you know, should the need arise, even if it's for free. Yeah, it's true. Seriously, if it's like, you know, if it's a serious fucking situation, it's kind of like a Hippocratic oath. Is anyone a doctor here? Is anyone a lumberjack here? Is anyone, hey, we need someone to operate the power. Homer, you could do that. Yeah, I guess I could do that. But yeah, it's kind of like that. So I think if you're an entrepreneur and if you're used to surviving on your own, you have no problem, you know, making decisions that other people would consider cold and that might hurt or affect the feelings of other people that may or may not have anything to do with you. And if your business takes a hit during this fucking fake fucking pandemic / real economic collapse, then just go do something else. But, you know, the people that are babies and were children masquerading under a fucking fake fucking macho facade this entire time, you know, throw in one order from Big Brother to stay home until further notice and watch their world fucking implode. So as far as I'm concerned, like, what's happening with this channel is like when a baby fucking realizes that he can't fucking survive in the wild, but he's not realizing. He thinks the wild is wrong. He thinks everything is wrong. And God, he talks about being woke every fucking video. And this is the, yo, get woke, go broke. And I know, man, I know you're just faking it to kiss the ring, because that's, you know, the narrative being played right now. You know, Black Lives Matter and all that shit. So, you know, you're doing your due diligence. But the problem with kissing that ring, let alone that it's bullshit, is that it always changes fingers. And sometimes it's on the toes, and sometimes it's on the asshole. And you never know where that ring is going to be. You have to ask, you have to wait, and then they're going to tell you when you fucked up. And I'm not going to live my fucking life that way. So I don't kiss no fucking ring. And I'm happy having 400 subs. 410 subs now. Well, until, you know, the next guys drop off. But, yeah, man, look at me fucking bumble around the tree. And I said at first that I was getting used to it. But anyway, yeah, to all you guys fighting a good fight, I salute you. Don't kiss the fucking ring. That's why you guys are here. Because, you know, we're fucking like-minded individuals. You wouldn't be able to tolerate my fucking videos or my voice or anything about me if you weren't. So, having said all that, leave your thoughts in the comments downstairs. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.